Hello my beautiful gorgeous babes out there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in today. In today's video I am going to be talking about the new Tiny Marvels palette. This is a collaboration with Cindy Grace and Mel Thompson. So if you're interested in hearing about this palette, about indie makeup, about Cindy Grace, and seeing some swatches, and also I filmed my look that I have on using this palette. So if you're interested in seeing all that, then keep on watching. Alright my beauties, I hope everyone is doing well. Before I start talking, I need to get some coconut water in my life. I swear I'm always drinking something in all these videos. I just get so thirsty talking so much. I don't know if you guys do. Anyways, so the Tiny Marvels palette just recently launched, I think about 2 weeks ago, and I finally got it in the mail. I would say I got it in on like Thursday or something, and today is Sunday, so it took me forever to finally film. But this palette goes for $52. It has 15 shades. This is the outer carton. It has the ingredients and like shelf life and the Cindy Grace information, and then the palette matches the outer carton. It's so beautiful. There's 15 shades in here. Do you see how beautiful? And it does come with a mirror, but just a gorgeous palette. It's a neutral leaning palette with pops of color, and like I said, it's $15. If you haven't heard of Mel Thompson, she is a YouTuber, a makeup YouTuber. I will link her launch video of this palette if you want to get more information about like why she named the shades the way she did, her inspiration by this. But from what I saw on there, she is like really into tattoos and has a lot of tattoos of like bugs, so that's why she went with the bug theme here, and her tattoo artist actually created the image on this palette. So I just thought that was cool. She just stuck really true to her and what she likes. But if you do like neutral like shades but with pops of color, you're gonna really love this. Or if you love Mel Thompson or Cindy Grace's formula, I don't think you would be disappointed at all with this palette. I created this beautiful, just stunning, kind of smoky leaning look with the Scarab shade. I use these two mattes like in the crease, use this all over the lid, and then use this like in the inner corner part. Just so beautiful. I love it. The mattes are just so blendable. They have a little kick up. They're a little softer in the pan, but they just blend so well. They have good pigment. The only shade in here I'd say it needs building up is this Jewel Bee shade. The metallics are just liquid metals in here, but this one right here, there's like, let me see, 1 2 3 4, there's 5 like true metallics, and then there's one like kind of like a satin shimmer, and then the rest are matte, like true mattes in the palette. So I think that's pretty much everything. If you don't know, Cindy Grace is also, you know, a smaller indie brand. They have just an amazing formula. They also do blushes, lip products, highlighters, have single shadows, and some other palettes on their website. The last time I checked, this palette is on back order because they like sold out on the first launch. Then I went to pre-order, and now it's on back order. Like, you can still order it, but it's going to take some time for the actual palette to get to you. But you know, you're still able to pick it up if you didn't get it, you know, the first launch. Here we go. So I'm going to swatch all of these here for you guys, and then you can, if you keep to the end, you can see me creating this look on my eyes and just seeing how the shadows and everything performed. But spoiler alert, they did amazing. But I'm just gonna do live swatches with you guys right now, and then we'll wrap this video up with the look and then have my closing thoughts. And yeah, that's it. That's all I can say. I don't think there's much more I need to go in depth with this palette. But we're gonna start off with the first row. I'm gonna just swatch it here on my arm, and we're gonna just get into it. So we're gonna go on with Web, which is kind of like an icy satin shimmer. This is just one of those perfect standard shades for like the inner corner highlight, a brow bone highlight. Definitely a perfect shade for that. Then we're gonna go in with Tree Hopper, which is like a kind of camel colored matte. It's just one of those like camel colors I would describe. It's leaning more on the warm side. Such a beautiful matte. Then we're going in with Fire Butts. This is the one that's all in my inner part of my eyes. This is just such a beautiful metallic. Look at that. It's definitely like a almost white gold but tinted green, mint green shift to it. I love this. This is so beautiful in the inner corner. Then we're going to go in with Walking Stick, which is kind of like a dingy brown. It has like a little bit of dinginess to it. But you guys can see these shades just swatch beautifully as well. Then we're going to go in with Scarab. This is the metallic that I have all over my lid. It's a dual chrome shade. Do you see how beautiful that swatch? It's like one of those typical brown, like blue to, ooh. Come on, get focus. Okay, so it's one of those brown to blue shifting dual chromes. A lot of brands have like a shade like this, but it is beautiful. It's stunning. Then we're going on to the next row. This is Flutter By. It's like a peachy pink matte. Just a beautiful, nice little transition color. Then we're gonna go in with BB. This is kind of like it's pretty much like a yellowy gold. It's just leaning more yellow than anything. I love golds that are more yellow. Then we're gonna go in with Mantis, which is like a true green. This swatches so well. Like, look at that. Love that shade. I definitely want to play with that and do like a green look. Then this is Meadow Hawk. Like, this is a pink to gold shifty kind of metallic peachy gold. Beautiful. Then we have Love Bug, which is kind of like a purpley mauve shade. This is such a beautiful, I love shades like that for like the crease. Then we have Jewel Bee. It's like a purpley shade. This is one that you definitely have to build up. It's kind of sheer, so you need to kind of layer it to get like the color to really show. Then we have Marvel, which is like a rose gold metallic, which is stunning. Do you see how creamy those metallics are and how just pigmented those mattes and how smooth they are? Then we have Death Moth, which is also a shade I used today in my crease. It's kind of like a cool toned brown. Then we have Bugaboo, which is like a burgundy shade. It's also used in my crease today. Wow, look how well that's swatched. It's so beautiful. And then we have Spider, which is like a nice dark cool toned brown. So you have a, like, that shade definitely can like deepen up any look in the palette. But here is all the shades. Here, I'll go like across here for you guys. Do you see how beautiful these swatch? I mean, my swatches are kind of janky, but beautiful nonetheless. Alright, so I'm going to zoom you guys in. We're going to get you in here for the look. I'm really terrible at filming these, but the only way I'm going to get better is if I keep filming them, right? So what I'm thinking is that I really want to do a look with Scarab all over the lid, and maybe do fire butts in like the inner corner, and maybe go in with some of these browns and stuff in the crease. Maybe even this shade right here, Bugaboo. Okay, I'm gonna start off with Death Moth, and then I will probably go into a Bugaboo right after that. All right, so let's go in there. Ooh. Okay, let's just note these have really good pigment to it, so go in with a light hand. You don't need to go heavy-handed with these shadows because yeah, they have a lot of pigment to them. So I'm just gonna run that in the crease. Just kind of getting like a nice little diffused transition going on. So now that I feel like I got a good blend, I got both of them in the crease, I'm now going to get a smaller brush and go in with Bugaboo. And I forgot to mention I was using a ColourPop. I think this is like their large blending brush. It doesn't have a name on it, but we're going to take one of these smaller brushes. This is from BH Cosmetics. It's like their Marble collection. I don't even know what this brush is called. But now we're going to go in with Bugaboo, and I'm going to start on the outer corner and put it in through the transition. So this is going to just lay it like a little lower. Like, I'm sorry, this is a shade. So I'm going to go in with Bugaboo. And I'm going to put it in the outer corner, and I'm going to work it into the crease. But it's going to sit a little lower than the brown. So let's just do that. I'm going to do that on both sides. So I'm going to go back in with the blending brush that I was using before, and I'm going to go back in with Death Moth just a little bit, and just kind of clean up the edges up here and get everything to blend together. Just very little. Tap it off a little bit. Just make sure everything looks really blended together. And then again, I will go in a little again with Bugaboo. I think that looks really nice. I feel like this looks kind of smoky, but leaning a little bit more like fall, giving me fall vibes. We're getting total fall vibes from this palette right now. Okay. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some glitter primer on the lids. Just that's what I like to do with my shimmer shadows. I just think you get like the best impact from your shimmers, either with like a glitter primer or going in with like a wet brush, or even laying some concealer down first. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I'm just using the NYX glitter primer to do this. I'm assuming this is probably one of the most popular ones. I'm just putting it on my hand, and we're gonna just stick it all over my lid right now. Kind of almost like using the glitter primer to make kind of like a cut crease almost, but not, you know, really. I'll put some on my inner corner too, just so when I lay shimmer down there, it will definitely be impactful. Okay, so now like I said, I'm gonna start off with Scarab, this shade right here, and it's gonna be pretty much most of the lid, but I'll keep the inner lid clean, and then we'll go in with Fire Butts. So let's get in here. I love this shade. This is one of those like kind of shifty, like dual chrome shades. Oh gosh, so pretty. Wow, wow, that is so pretty. I wonder if you guys can even see the shift of this, but it's just such a gorgeous shadow. The shadow is just so stunning. I love this so much. All right, so now I'm gonna go in the rest, like I said, with Fire Butts, and we're gonna just, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, maybe I grabbed too much on the brush, and then it's also, I'm gonna wrap it in the inner corner too. I'm gonna have to kind of smooth those together. Wow, that is so vibrant. All right, so I'm gonna take some more of Scarab so we can kind of blend these two shimmers into each other, just so there's no harsh lines in between the two. Now I'm gonna go in back with the burgundy shade Bugaboo, and I'm just gonna make sure the edges here just kind of meet and make sense, and I blend it. I'll walk some of this in the crease. Just want to make sure. Wow, and that is a look. This looks so pretty. Well, I mean, it's not the look. Let's do the lower lash line. Let's not forget about this. Let's see. I'm just gonna take this little brush right here. This is a BH Cosmetics brush from the It's My Ray Ray collection. This is brush number 7, so that's what it's called. But let's go. I think I'm gonna go in with Death Moth and Bugaboo on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna start off with Death Moth, that brown. And then I'm gonna take Bugaboo on the outer corner part, just to kind of connect it up with the top. Ooh, okay, so that is it for all the shadows that I'm gonna put on my eyes. I think this is such a beautiful look. I'm gonna go in and put some liner, mascara, and we will be back. Well, I'll be back so we can see the final look that I created with this palette. Alright guys, so I zoomed you out a little bit. This is the final look. I think it looks so beautiful. I just love how the colors just all blended really well together. I went in with my waterline with this liner right here from ColourPop in the shade Catsuit. It's like a teal color, and I just thought it would go really well with the Scarab shade on the lid. I also use this liquid liner from a Sugar. I got it from Ipsy. I don't even know how much it costs or where it's from, or the brand, but I like it. It works. And then I went in with my mascara from Kevyn Aucoin. I really like this. This is the Expert mascara. I think it's a good mascara. It's a little wet, but that is how I finalized this look. And I did a tight line with this little mini Sex Kitten liner from Tarte. And that was it. That was the final look. I think it's so beautiful. I think these colors are just really more like fall-like, a little dark, a little sexy, a little sultry. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below if you like this look or if you're gonna try it yourself. I would love to hear what you guys think, but I think this is such a beautiful palette. And also, I did not mention, I do have a lip cream from Cindy Grace on my lips as well, and I have the shade on called Haley. That's what I'm wearing on my lips today. The lip creams are so amazing from Cindy Grace. And yeah, that was it. So that was my little look. I hope you liked it. I love this palette already, and I've only used it once on my eyes, but I know Cindy Grace just makes an amazing formula, so I know I'm not going to be disappointed with the rest of the shades in here. I mean, of course, I've only used what, 1, 2, 3, 4 shades in the palette, but I have no doubt that the other shades are going to do a great job. So if you're interested in this color story, if you haven't tried Cindy Grace, I definitely recommend it. I don't think you would be disappointed with this palette. If not, if you don't like this color story exactly, then I definitely suggest you check out the other Cindy Grace products. They do have a lot of singles and some other palettes on their website. But I just think you can't go wrong with Cindy Grace, and I think they did a great collaboration with Mel Thompson. I think she did a great color selection. The names are so cute on here. And overall, I really think this palette is amazing and beautiful. And there's no more I can say. I love it. That's it. It's great. It's amazing. Check it out. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and hope you enjoyed this look that I created. It is so beautiful. I could just look at myself all day. I just love it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the look, the video, the swatches, everything. Let me know in the comments below whether you picked up this palette or thinking about getting it or going to get it or just everything you've been loving on. I love hearing from all of y'all. Also, if you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, then hit that subscribe button. Join this little family we got going on. I just do a lot of videos about like fashion, makeup, travel. Not so much travel since, you know, with the world and how it is right now. But if you like all those kind of things, then hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, give me a thumbs up so I know you guys are enjoying these kind of videos from me and all that good stuff. I think that was pretty much it. Anyways, guys, I hope everyone is hanging in there and doing well. But until next time, bye, guys.